Alright, welcome back. And so today I'm doing some more Imperialism, but this time with every MLB player in Backyard Baseball 01. This includes 28 of the 31 MLB players from the original Backyard Baseball 2001, minus Barry Bonds, Ken Griffey Jr., and Frank Thomas due to the Steam re-release not being able to acquire their rights. So how this is going to work is I assigned each player to the state that their team is from. And if a state has 2 or more teams, I divided it equally amongst them. And because this is a map of only the United States of America, I went ahead and created territories in their approximate locations of the 2 Canadian teams, including the Toronto Blue Jays represented by Raul Mondesi and the former Montreal Expos represented by Vladimir Guerrero. And so each round I'll spin this wheel of players and whoever it lands on will be the attacker. And then I'll spin this arrow to see who they'll be attacking. From there they'll face off in the batting practice mode to see who can homer in the least amount of pitches, with the tiebreaker being who hit the longer home run. And I'll keep on repeating this until there's 1 player left standing. Let me know in the comments who you think that'll be. Who is going to be attacking in round 1? And it just goes to Cal Ripken Jr. at the end, who just so happens to be the cover athlete of this game. Now let's see what direction he'll be attacking in. And so it looks like southwest, which will match him up against Chipper Jones. Now, even though both Chipper and Cal have batting ratings of 8, Chipper technically has the higher power rating at 82 compared to Cal's 74. And due to that, we'll be batting first with Chipper. Can we go deep on our first pitch of this video? No pressure, Chipper. And he does. It goes over the fence, hits off the garbage truck, and bounces back in. It counts, y'all. 152 feet though. That could cost him if it comes down to a tiebreaker. But don't sleep on Cal, because if I remember correctly, in the hitting a home run with every MLB player, he homered on the first pitch. And he's gonna have to do it right here if he wants to advance to the next round. Did he do it? And no, it comes up just short. A couple more feet, and he for sure would have had the longer home run on the tiebreaker and moved on. And just like that, Chipper takes over a majority of the East Coast. Who is it going to be here in round 2? And it stays on Tony Gwynn. In which direction will he be going? Northeast, which matches him up against our first pitcher of the video in Randy Johnson. Now, even though Tony Gwynn has a batting rating of 9 compared to Randy Johnson's batting rating of 5, Tony only has 65 power compared to Randy Johnson's 61. So I'll be batting with Tony first, but this may be closer than we think. We'll definitely be making contact more consistently with Tony. It's just a matter who can find that pop first. I thought he did on the first pitch. It's off the wall. Okay, Tony, I see you. That's gonna be his best shot, hitting it out in dead center. And again, it just comes up short. Ground rule double. Come on, is that it? And Tony's done. It bounces off the shed and over. He finally finds some pop at 287 feet, and he's done on pitch 6. No pressure or anything now, Randy. This is our best chance at seeing a pitcher win a round in this video. Can Randy represent? Pitch number 6 right here, our last chance. And he fouls it off on the high inside cheese. And Tony takes over Arizona. Next up, round number 3. We got Kenny Lofton attacking this time. And he'll be going northwest, which means he'll be facing off against Juan Gonzalez. Not only does Juan have the higher batting rating at 9 compared to Kenny's 7, he also has higher power at 83 compared to Kenny Lofton's 76. He's the clear favorite. Can he live up to it? Pitch number 5, and it's a line drive in center field, and he's finally done. 219 feet. Now, Kenny may be the fastest MLB player in the game, but that speed ain't gonna help him in this one. I stand corrected. He homers on the first pitch, and he's moving on just like that. 274 feet. Made me eat my words right there, as we get our first official upset of the video, as Kenny takes control of Michigan. Round 4 coming right up, and it's going to be Kurt Schilling attacking this time. And he'll be going almost directly west, but technically southwest. And it looks like we got a battle for Pennsylvania, as he'll be facing Jason Kendall. Now, with Kurt Schilling being a pitcher, obviously Jason Kendall has the better batting rating at 7 compared to Kurt's 5. Schilling has the lowest power in the game of all the MLB players at 15, which is actually lower than Vicky Kawaguchi's, who has 25, which means Jason has 60 more power than him at 75, which will by far most likely be the biggest gap we see today. Jason, as long as you can hit a home run in the first 100 pitches, much less 1,000, you should be good. And he said, all right, I'll do it on the first pitch. I know you couldn't see it, but I know it didn't hit the bushes. I didn't hear it. 359 feet, and he's done. He said, I'm not even gonna give Kurt any hope. Good luck. This seriously would be the craziest upset of all time. But he has to almost hit a 400-foot bomb as well to get the tiebreaker. And yeah, no. Doesn't even get out of infield. And to no surprise, Jason now has full possession of Pennsylvania. Who is it going to be in round 5? Vladimir Guerrero, aka Vladdy Daddy. And he'll be going southwest, which has him facing off against Yankee great Derek Jeter. This is our closest matchup yet, as they both have 8 batting ratings, but Vlad has a little bit more power at 82 compared to Jeter's 79. I could honestly see this going either way. Is pitch 4 gonna do it? And it does. That's an absolute tank shot over the bushes and bounces over the pool. 318 feet. I wouldn't be shocked to see Derek hit one sooner though. But you know what? Hopefully I didn't jinx you, my man. What did I tell you? He's done on pitch 2. Our closest matchup yet delivers once again, 354 feet. Jeter takes over half of the Canadian territories. Let's see who we got for round 6. Jason Giambi. And he'll be going southwest, but pretty much south, which puts him against Sean Green for the upper half of California. So if you thought our last matchup was a close one, this one's even closer. As Sean Green has an 8 batting rating compared to Jason's 7, Sean only has 1 more power than Jason at 82 compared to his 81. Another complete toss-up right here. Now Sean held the single season home run record for the Dodgers for over 20 years as he hit 49 in 2001. Ohtani, of course, broke that in 2024 with 85. We're gonna need that right here. And he is done on the first pitch as it bounces over the shed. Comes out swinging, 216 feet. And now he puts the pressure on Jason. The thing is though, if Jason hits a home run, he only has to beat 216 feet. That ain't gonna do it. Comes up short, bounces over, then bounces back in. And Sean takes over the upper half of California. Round number 7 features Mark McGwire attacking. And he'll be going southeast, which means we'll be seeing Chipper Jones once again. And obviously Mark is the clear favorite right here. Not only does he have a maxed out batting rating at 10, he also has max power at 100. But you know what? Anything can happen right here. Y'all, he popped that up. If that goes out, okay, falls a little bit short. A pop-up almost was out. You know what? He's already on pitch 3 right here. Chipper homered on the first pitch of the video. And then Mark said, watch your mouth. Hits it over both fences, and it's still going. That's gotta be our first 400-footer. 575, the longest home run we've seen in this video, and he's done on 3. But you know what? If Chipper does what he did to start this video, it don't matter. All right, he's gotta do it right here. And it comes up short. And just like that, look at all the states Mark conquers. Who do we got for round 8? Sammy Sosa. And he'll be going almost directly east. But because the arrow was a little bit more north and south, that'll match him up against Kenny Lofton. In back-to-back rounds, we got another player with a maxed out batting rating at 10 and power at 100. I would love to see a matchup between him and Mark McGwire at some point in this video. And just like that, he is done on pitch number 2 as it bounces over the shed, 250 feet. Again, Kenny, your speed can't save you. That was honestly just to motivate him. Watch him hit it on the first pitch right here. It's carrying a little bit, but it comes up a little bit short. Now he has to hit it right here or he's done. No room for error. And again, it's gonna come up short. If he hit it in center, he might have done it. And Sammy now controls 3.5 states. 9th round will feature Mark McGwire once again, and he'll be attacking southwest. And because the arrow was a little bit more west than south, it's gonna match him up against Ivan Rodriguez, who has a 7 batting rating and power of 70. So obviously my money's on Mark right here. Mark, don't make me lose money. And once again, he homers on pitch 3, makes it splash, 253. Talk about consistent. Ivan, let's see if you can make me lose money right here. We just lost money. Over the light post, and he's done on 2. And Mark McGwire, a heavy favorite, is done just like that. 300 feet. Wow. Like I've said before, this is why I love doing these Imperialism videos. Look at Ivan go. We have made it to double digits round here with 10. And we see Carlos Beltran for the first time. And he'll be attacking northeast. And that means we'll be seeing Ivan Rodriguez in back-to-back rounds. And Ivan will be the favorite this time around because Carlos Beltran only has a 5 batting rating and 64 power. Let's see if Ivan can do it again. Now, how about you one-up yourself right here and do it on the first pitch now? He said easy. My goodness, Ivan's on a tear right now. First pitch and he's done. 229 feet. This ain't looking good for Carlos. And he fouls off the pitch, doesn't even put it in play. And now Ivan has full control of Missouri. Who is it going to be for round 11? Alex Gonzalez. And he'll be attacking pretty much west. So we'll say he's going against Jeff Bagwell. Jeff Bagwell has a better batting rating at 8 compared to Alex Gonzalez's 5. And he has the better power rating at 81 compared to Alex's 69. Okay, Jeff, let's see what you got. And it hits off the very top of the bush. So close to being done on 2. Double-digit pitches as we're on pitch 10. And that'll finally do it, but that bush could end up costing him. He makes it splash 279 feet. Alex has some hope now. He gave him a gift, but this is the last pitch. Did he come through? And no. Doesn't even make it to the bottom wall in center. And Jeff now controls the bottom half of Florida. Round number 12, Marty Cordova. And he'll be attacking northeast, which I guess will put him up against Sammy Sosa. Marty has a batting rating of 6 with 69 power, so Sammy is the obvious favorite. But that didn't stop Mark from getting upset in a very similar situation. Sammy said, I ain't Mark. Homers on the first pitch in center, 207 feet. And now the pressure's on Marty. Literally no room for error right here. And doesn't even put it in play. Sammy stands on business and now controls Minnesota. It's time for round 13. We got Nomar Garciaparra, who'll be attacking pretty much west, which means he'll be facing off against Mike Piazza. Mike has the better batting rating at 9, whereas Nomar has a batting rating of 8, and Mike has 87 power compared to Nomar's 81. Can one of the best, if not the best slugging catcher of all time advance here? Okay, he's done on the first pitch. Answered that question very quickly, 392 feet. And now Nomar's got a lot of pressure on him. Again, no room for error. We've seen a lot of first pitch home runs in this video. This is the first time we're coming down the tiebreaker. Who had the longer home run? They both homer on the first pitch. It goes 372 feet. But sadly for Nomar, Mike advances because he hit it 392, 20 feet further than his 372. And Mike now owns Massachusetts. Round 14 coming right up. And once again, we got Sammy Sosa attacking. And he'll be going pretty much east, but a little bit south. And sets up a battle with Jason Kendall. Where once again, Sammy Sosa is the clear favorite. Does he want a homer on the first pitch again? Y'all, I think he did. He got underneath that and popped it straight up, and it's still gone in center. Back-to-back rounds that he's been in, he homers on the first pitch. He ain't messing around. 337 feet. And I believe the last 3 times we've batted, they've all been done on the first pitch now. Can we have back-to-back tiebreakers? Is Jason going to extend the streak or end the streak? He ends it. He swings and misses. And Sammy now controls Pennsylvania. Half of our players have now been eliminated. And now we're seeing Jose Canseco for the first time. And he'll be attacking southeast, which means we'll be seeing Jeff Bagwell once again. And even though they both have a batting rating of 8, Jose has maxed out power at 100. One of 3 players in the game along with Sammy Sosa and Mark to have maxed out power. And he shows it off right there, but it goes foul. We could clearly see the ball was fully foul before it crossed over. He would have been done on the first pitch. That went 409 feet as well, but we got to do it again. And that doesn't count. It bounces over for a ground rule double and splashes. That'll finally do it. And so instead of being done on the first pitch, it just went a couple more feet to the right. 387 feet, and he's done on pitch 6. That could really end up costing him right here, because we know Jeff is no slouch. What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? Jeff Bagwell's done on 2. That foul home run ends up costing Jose. And Jeff now has full control of Florida. Round 16 now. And we'll be seeing Derek Jeter again. And he'll be attacking pretty much west, which will put him up against Sammy Sosa, who again is the clear favorite. Can he homer on the first pitch for the 3rd straight round that he's in? My guy is just on a different level. If he doesn't end up winning it, I'll be shocked right now. 3rd straight time homer on the first pitch, 290 feet. Derek, you just end up catching the wrong guy at the wrong time. But again, anything is possible. Will it come down to another tiebreaker or no? And no. That's gonna do it for Derek. And Sammy extends his territory to the top half of New York. Round 17. We got Sean Green once again. And he'll be going pretty much north, which means he'll be facing off against Alex Rodriguez. Alex has a batting rating of 7 with 75 power. So that means Sean Green will be the favorite. I thought it was done on the first pitch, but it's off the bottom of the wall. Is that gonna carry enough? And no, it hits off the top of the shed but bounces back in. He is getting cheesed right now. That'll finally do it. Over the garbage truck, he's finally done on pitch number 9, 228 feet, but he left the door wide open for A-Rod. Can he take advantage of it? He said, yes, I will. He is done on pitch 3. Another upset as he makes it splash, 238 feet. A-Rod now takes over most of the West Coast. Let's see who we got for round number 18. Larry Walker for the first time. And he'll be attacking Southwest, which matches him up against Tony Gwynn. Larry's got a batting rating of 9 like Tony, but he has 85 power, which makes him the favorite. I thought it was done on the first pitch, but it's about a foot short. Is that finally gonna do it? And no, less than a foot short that time. Pitch number 11 coming up. This is the worst performance we've seen today, which is shockingly not something I was expecting. And he said, I'll finally be done. Took me long enough. That was an absolute shot though, at 265 feet. But now he gives Tony Gwynn a good chance at an upset. Did he just take it the other way? Tony does it again, and there's the upset. 329 feet on pitch 4. And just like that, he controls 4.5 states now. We're down to only 10 players left, and we're seeing Jeremy, and he'll be attacking Southwest, which means we'll be seeing Tony Gwynn for the 2nd straight round. Now, Jeremy has a worse batting rating at 7, but has higher power at 83, so he's the favorite. And it's off the shed and the wall. He just loves hitting that spot, about an inch short. He tried to do it again. Is it finally gonna be over? Same spot, it finally goes over, bounced off the garbage truck, and that's gonna go for a little bit. 448 feet and he's done on pitch 6. But if Tony does what he did last time, he moves on again. Down to his last pitch and it's not looking good. Not only does he have to homer, but it has to be over 400 feet. And he does homer. He clutches up on pitch 6 to match him, but sadly, that is most likely me way short, and it is at only 256 feet. And now Jeremy controls most of the Midwest. We're under double-digit players left, and we're seeing Alex Rodriguez once again. And he'll be attacking South and facing off against Vaughn. Mo's got a batting rating of 8 and 86 power, so he's the favorite. And he ain't playing around. Done on the first pitch. Dead center, 288 feet. A-Royd could definitely use some roids right here. Apparently not enough though. And now Vaughn controls most of the West Coast. And then there were 8. And that brings Jeff Bagwell back up. And he'll be going northeast, which pins him up against Ivan Rodriguez. And Jeff Bagwell will be the favorite in this one. Did he finally do it? No. Bounces over for a ground rule double though. Jeff is finally done on pitch number 9, 292 feet. Can Ivan pull off another upset? Is that going to do it? And no, it's about a foot short in dead center. I thought that might do it. Nope, ground rule double again. And now he's down to his last pitch. And that home run being a foot short cost him. It's a game of inches. And Jeff now controls the entire Southeast. 7 players remain. And we got Raul, who'll be attacking Northwest, which matches him up against Sammy Sosa. Now Raul has a batting rating of 8 with 82 power, but no one's getting favorited over Sammy Sosa. He's homered on the first pitch in 3 straight rounds. Can he extend it to 4? This guy just seems unbeatable right now, y'all. Unbeatable. 4 straight rounds homered on the first pitch. 375 feet. It's just not fair at this point. Oh, here goes nothing, Raul. And Sammy, man. That's all I can say, Raul. Nothing you can do about that. And now he controls the other half of Canada. There are only 6 players left now. And we're seeing Mo once again. And he'll be going northeast, which sets him up against Jeremy. And Mo once again will be the favorite. Homers on the first pitch again. Sammy might have some comp. That might be the matchup of the day. 275 feet. Can he match it? He does. Our 3rd tiebreaker. Alrighty, who's gonna have the longer home run? And Jeremy does at 291 feet. And it turns out Jeremy is the first one to take full possession of California in this video. 5 players left now. And there's Sammy Sosa once again. Let's see what direction he'll be going. Southwest, which matches him up against Jeff Bagwell. Yo, I don't even need to say who the favorite is anymore when Sammy's in it. He's homered in 4 straight rounds on the first pitch. Can he make it 5? Yo, he just hit it fully over the pool on the fly. This is starting to get ridiculous at this point. 680 feet, the longest home run we've seen in the video by over 100 feet. Jeff, I'm sorry, he pretty much gave you no chance. Not only does he have to homer on the first pitch, but he has to hit it more than 680 feet. And that comes up short. And Jeff can't get past Sammy either. And with that, Sammy's close to controlling half of the territories. We're down to the final 4. And for the first time today, we finally are seeing Barry Larkin. That's the strategy, y'all. Hide out to make it to the end. Now let's see what direction he's gonna go. Pretty much west. And you know what? We didn't even need to spin the arrow because no matter what direction, he is surrounded by Sammy. 5 straight rounds with the homer on the first pitch. Does he make it 6? He makes a splash 258 feet. I don't even know what to say at this point. Well, Barry, there's no more hiding now. You know what? He's not completely hopeless like Jeff Bagwell, though, because 250 feet is able to be beat. But that ain't gonna do it. Comes up short, ground rule double, and still shorter. And now Sammy controls all of Ohio. Only 3 players left. And we got Sammy Sosa again. And he'll be going northwest, which matches him up against Jeremy. And this time around, the favorite will be, just kidding, Sammy Sosa. 6 straight rounds over the first pitch. Does he make it 7? Makes it splash 250 feet again. Literally the same as last round. This is just utterly insane. Again though, he's not completely hopeless. The splash is actually hurting Sammy with only being 250 feet. But that ain't gonna do it, obviously. And here you guys have it. No reason to spin the wheel anymore as we're down to our final 2. In a matchup between Sammy Sosa and Mike Piazza. With the streak that Sammy's on right now, I'd bet my life savings on him right here. To make it 8 straight rounds with the homer on the first pitch. It finally comes to an end in the most important matchup of the day for Sammy. He is human. Y'all, if it bounces a little bit more to the right, he's done on 2. But he gets the bad bounce, and he's still going. Pitch number 4 will do it for him. Bounces over the pool so it won't splash and it'll go a little bit further. How far will it go? 403 feet. But he finally gives an opponent some breathing room. Can Mike capitalize and be the last man standing? And he does! It scrapes over the bush and he's done on the first pitch, 285 feet. And Mike pulls off an incredible upset. And there goes my entire life savings. And Mike Piazza is the last player standing and the king of this imperialism. That's gonna do it for this one. Let me know what you guys would like to see next. Hope you all enjoyed. If you guys did, Go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, have a blessed day, and I'll see you guys next time.